Wonder if, hmm, wonder if I can change that like manually in game. Let's see.
Can't start yet.
Seen blue post about increased gameplay distance and I tried both forms of the scripts, but still don't work for me. I can't get the increased past whatever the default is. Nameplate add-on, stable, any ideas? Guys, there's a new max distance is 41 yards. Here's the command. Oh.
Too far away. That spell is can't pass that yet. I can't drink anymore yet.
Or not.
I'm out of range.
There's never a shortage of empty bellies here in Thelzamar.
What can I
Kids
do
running
for
in
you?
and out, workers from the excavation coming in after a hard day's work. We're famous for our blood sausages.
Well
I don't
met.
suppose you've ever tried them? No? Well, around here, you've got to work for your meals. And don't think just because you're a fancy adventurer, you'll be any exception. I'll need bear meat, boar intestines for the casings, and spider ichor for spice. You get me some of those and leave the cooking to Vidra. Trust me, it seems a lot harder than it looks, but I've never known someone to take much interest in the making of sausages. But I'll give you the recipe
See ya
just in
soon.
case. Here you go. Mind you eat them fresh.
on your mind. See you soon.
Here there. Up with it.
Welcome to Thelsamar, your home away from home in Loch Modan.
Well,
Thelsamar is a nice place, but it's not all beer and salted meat for those who answer the call to duty. If you're willing to face danger in the name of the Alliance, then read the poster outside the Thelsamar branch of the Explorers League. We have a real infestation problem to the west. Tunnel rat kobolds have moved into the foothills, setting up dens and fouling our
You
land
got
with
my
their
attention.
filth. We want them eliminated. Hunt them. Bring me their ears and earn their bounty. You can find tunnel rat kobolds and their dens west of Thelsamar, littered
can I
along
do
the
for you?
mountainside. I hear Mountaineer
good.
Stormpike is looking for a runner. Someone to do a little travelling for him. How about it? Are you the person for the job? If so, then you'll find Stormpike at the top of the Northern Guard Tower. I see a lot of young dwarves at my door, eager to learn the trade of mining. And if there's one thing a miner needs more than anything, it's a pick. I have a list of mining students who scored high in their lessons and earned an honorary pick. Take my list to Golna Bouldertoe in Ironforge. He'll get the picks ready. The fastest way to Ironforge is on a griffin, so bring the list to our griffin master, Thorgrim Borrelson, and speak with him about transport to Ironforge.
What's
Mark
on
my
your mind?
words, you won't find faster griffins anywhere in the
Good.
Eastern Kingdoms than
Hell
the
on
ones
it.
right here in Thelsamar.
What's
You have
in
to
it?
get this to Ironforge, For a small fee, I can put you on the back of one of my griffins and it'll take you there. How does that sound? For just a few coins, one of my griffins will take you to Ironforge. From there, deliver Brock's list to Golna Bouldertoe. You'll find him in the Deep Mountain Mining Guild. That's in the Great Forge district of Ironforge, which is right where my griffin will drop you off. Speak to me again when you're ready for the journey.
Myself and so many other people are having an absolute blast on Classic Era. The footage in this video is on the Whitemane North America PvP server. The four main server clusters are this one, Man Creek North America PvE, Pyrewood Village PvE EU, and Firemaw PvP EU. Firemaw is the first high population Classic Era realm. There's of course also the hardcore realms, Hydraxian Waterlords and Bloodsail Buccaneers, if you're into that thing. And apparently Ivis Taiwan server is full. Not just high pop, but full. These 4 main servers have other realms clustered to them, so if you're not sure what that means, check out my Warcraft Tavern article where I go over all of the 4 different servers that you might be interested in playing on, and that'll help you decide where you want to play. I also just want to say thanks for all the subs and support, and appreciate it so much when people say like, hey, I saw your video and
What's on your? If you ask me, there's no
Keep it
greater
up.
profession than a miner.
I get comments on stream all the time, like, oh, I'm kind of on the fence. Maybe I think I'm gonna play classic, or what class should I play? What should I start? And or they say, what server is this? Like, I didn't even know people are still playing classic vanilla. And well, we are, and it honestly feels like back in 2019, like it's got these fresh vibes to it. Now is a fantastic time to start leveling a character if you never played vanilla, or if you never cloned your classic character. There are so many new players entering the world. There's a lot of new people to meet. The community is fantastic. I love all the people I'm playing with, and it's just a great time. So if you don't play, I think you're missing out big time. So I would just say, play whatever you want to play, and the world just feels so alive right now. There's so many people out there questing and leveling, and get in on the fun. There are tons of leveling guilds right now. On Whitemane, grinding is a main one, but there's also Just Questing, the Natty Daddies, Classic Andy, and the Silver Hand. More leveling guilds keep popping up. I can't even keep track of them. The other guilds, they get too full and a new guild pops up. So I would recommend joining a leveling guild, and you'll find so many dungeon groups. There's dungeons going on 24/7. Looking for 2 more dead mines, looking for 1 more Zul'Farrak, I need a tank for Maradon, or hey, does anyone want to do Black Fathom Deeps? Like, the chat is just spamming in looking for a group. There's so many people playing this game right now. And the economy is good. There's a ton of things on the auction house, like thousands and thousands and thousands of listings, and it all sells. So I recommend picking up 2 gathering professions like herbalism and mining, or if you don't want to toggle between the 2, then you could do like herbalism and skinning or something, and you're going to easily be able to afford your mount and even your epic mount. Like, you're going to have a lot of gold as you start playing. And then when you get to max level, there's a lot to look forward to. There's an active PvP community where people are ranking and get to rank 14 every week. It wasn't always like this. We used to have to manually inflate the pool, boost the pool up to be able to get to rank 14. And we only PvP'd on the weekends, like Friday, Saturday, a little bit on Sunday, but more and more people started playing, and more interest grew. And then that bled into Monday and Thursday, and then every day of the weekend. And now, like this past Alternate Valley weekend, AVs were popping like pretty much 24/7. I'd log in the morning, people are in Alterac Valley. It's wild. It's a wild time. Like, the speed of growth of these servers is just like, it feels amazing to have watched this growth happen over the last 22 months. That's how long I've been basically playing Classic Era. And there's a good amount of world PvP if you're into that on a PvP server. A lot of people who have cloned their characters are returning to the game, and they are here to throw down. They want to fight. There's frequent skirmishes in popular areas like Winter Spring, Fellwood, so on and so forth. And of course, even the main cities are never safe. The other day I logged into Ironforge and 2 rogues jumped me almost immediately. You can guess how it turned out for them. They didn't realize who they were messing with. And for you low levels, if you're taking the boat in Mantle Harbor, be careful. You never know who's lurking around. Like Battlegrounds, raids form all the time. Every evening, there are multiple 40 and 20 man raids. You used to have to scrape by to just fill a Molten Core or a Blackwing layer. And now, there's such an influx in players, we have more people than we can even take. Which is not to say it'd be tough to get into a raid. There's pop-up raids all the time. People say, hey, anyone want to do Blackwing Lair? And it's full in a half hour. I logged in at 8 in the morning one time and there's a Zul'Gurub going. Like, people are just playing this game. And world buffs drop every day, even sometimes multiple times a day. These servers are going to only get more popular, so get in here. Thanks for watching the video. If you liked what you saw, please comment and subscribe. and I would love to chat with you. I'm streaming now most evenings on YouTube Live here right on this channel, so pop in and say hello. Dwarf Lord out.
This add-on right here is actually amazing and will change World of Warcraft forever in a very positive way. Today we're talking about the voiceover add-on for World of Warcraft, which actually gives every NPC in the game their own voice, so when you accept a quest, you don't have to read the quest text, which, let's be real, nobody does anyway, but now you will have a voice reading that text for you, and it's an AI generated voice. And what I personally like here is that every NPC has their own voice. If you go from one Night Elf NPC to another one, for example, you will hear that they have somewhat the same inflections but a different voice. And you will also hear the differences between different factions. Like if you play Alliance and Horde, for example, you will have different voices for every single race on your faction. And if you hear a Tauren NPC speak, for example, you can identify that this is actually a Tauren speaking to you.
Light my senses. Greetings, adventurer. I am Conservator Ilthalane. My purpose in Shadowglen is to ensure that the balance of nature is maintained. The spring rains were particularly heavy this year, causing some of the forest's beasts to flourish, while others suffered. Unfortunately, the Nightsaber and Thistleboar populations grew too large. Shadowglen can only produce so much food for the beasts. Journey forth, young adventurer, and thin the boar and saber populations so that nature's harmony will be preserved.
So in this video, I want to showcase how this add-on works. I want to talk a little bit more about the add-on and give you some examples of different voices produced by this add-on as well. This is probably not the first time, and it will probably not be the last time you hear about this add-on. I think Nixium did a stream about this back in the day, like I think this is a couple of weeks ago at this point, and Frostadamus made a video just a day ago on this video. But for me, I got a lot of people in my Twitch chat that recommended me checking out this add-on, and I'm going to be checking this one out right now, and I'm going to be using it for future streams, because to be honest, this is actually amazing. As someone who doesn't really particularly care about reading quest text, but I do enjoy like the lore in the game itself, this is actually incredible. I don't have to read anything, but it's being told to me at the same time. So let's talk about the add-on itself. The add-on itself is called VoiceOver. You can have, for example, VoiceOver Classic, which will get all the NPCs to tell you their quest line and basically talk to you in the game itself. So when you activate this add-on, you will have a window in your usually bottom right corner. Now this is a window that you can move where you want by basically left clicking on the voiceover right here. You will also have a cogwheel, and this is where you can change a lot of the settings. You can, for example, lock the frame, you can automatically hide the user interface. You can also mute NPCs while the voiceover add-on is playing. Now, this one is important. You can show the background, you can have it to always show the background. In that case, it's a little bit like in the way. Personally, I have it to show the background when hovered, but you can also set it to never show the background. That way, it will never show a background, but you will still have the cogwheel there. So when you hover over where the add-on is supposed to be, you will then see the cogwheel option, and you will see the NPC when they're talking. Apart from that, you also have the sound playback channel. This one is actually quite important, so you can choose which sound channel you want the add-on to play in, so it's set to master by default. You can also set it to sound, music, ambience, or dialogue. This lets you control the actual sound of the NPCs in direction, like it lets you control that compared to other sounds in the game. Now by default, like I just said, it's set to master, but if you want to have higher sounds in the game and have those NPCs be a little bit quieter, then maybe change it to dialogue, and you can separate those two channels and basically increase the sound as you so desire. Now here's the thing, this add-on could possibly change World of Warcraft forever. This is a very early version of the add-on itself. It uses AI power to generate voices for the NPCs, and even right now, almost every NPC in the game has its own voice. I have found a couple that don't have their own voice, Like for example, if you go to the Night Elf starting zone, you have some Dryad NPCs, and for some reason a lot of those Dryad NPCs don't have a voice just yet, but that will get improved over time, and at some point every NPC will have their own voice. Due to AI technology, this will just get better and better as well, and for someone who doesn't, I don't really care about reading the quest text, but I don't mind it getting read to me. If anything, it will just increase my immersion to the game itself, and here's one of the things that is not being talked about too much about the add-on that I personally really love. I can go and accept a quest, deliver the quest, and accept a brand new one, and I can walk away from the NPCs while the quest text is being read to me. So you don't have to stand at the NPCs to have the quest text read to you. You can actually keep on moving, start doing the quest, and the quest text will still be read to you in the background. This makes it so that even though it will immerse your gameplay, it will not break your efficiency. You can basically still be just as efficient, and it's being read to you as an audiobook in the background, which is something I personally like, because previously when you were reading the quest text you pretty much had to stand still or open your quest log and then read through it. Now this way you can be just as efficient. If you care about speed at all, you can be just as fast and still immerse yourself in the gameplay, which is absolutely fantastic. Now with that being said, we have now covered a little bit about the add-on, also talked about how it works. I'm also going to show some screenshots on the screen right now so you can see exactly what the add-on is called. That way you can check it out on CurseForge or wherever you check out your add-ons. I downloaded it from CurseForge myself, so I can't tell you it is currently on CurseForge, but wherever you download your add-ons, go and check it out and see if it's available. Now, let's talk about some different NPCs, and for this I'm going to show some examples, and I'm actually just going to show you every single race in the game at the starting zone. That way you can see the actual differences between the NPCs, and you will hear the differences between Alliance, Human, Night Elf, Gnome, and for the Horde you will hear the differences between Orc, Tauren, and Undead. I will also add some categories to the video itself, and that way you can actually just skip ahead to the ones you want.
I hope you strapped your belt on tight, young adventurer, because there is work to do here in Northshire, and I don't mean farming. The Stormwind Guards are hard-pressed to keep the peace here, with so many of us in distant lands and so many threats pressing close. And so we're enlisting the aid of anyone willing to defend their home and their alliance. If you're here to answer the call, then speak with my superior, Marshal McBride. He's inside the abbey behind me. Hey, citizen. You look like a stout one. We guards are spread a little thin out here, and I could use your help. Ah, good. Another volunteer? We're getting a lot of you these days. I hope it's enough. The human lands are threatened from without, and so many of our forces have been marshaled abroad. This, in turn, leaves room for corrupt and lawless groups to thrive within our borders. It is a many-fronted battle we wage, adventurer. Gird yourself for a long campaign. Your first task is one of cleansing, adventurer. A clan of kobolds have infested the woods to the north. Go there and fight the kobold vermin you find. Reduce their numbers so that we may one day drive them from Northshire.
Ah! Well, aren't you a sturdy-looking one? Perhaps you can assist me with a thing or two. Not much help around here except for green apprentices, and they've other things to worry about. What do we have here? You look as though you might need something to keep your hands warm, HM. I'll tell you what would help. A pair of nice warm gloves. And, being the kind soul that I am, I'd be more than happy to provide you with a suitable pair. I've one condition, however. I need you to go get me some wolf meat. Nice arrangement, HM. But can you bring me some wolf meat, and I'll make sure you don't lose any digits to frostbite. Well, what do you say?
You have to get these to Thelsamar, eh? That won't be a problem. As long as you've already been to Thelsamar and spoken to Thorgrim Borrelson. Then you can take one of my griffins back to him.
Shadowglen never
For a
ceases
small
to
fee, you can
delight
buy a
my
griffin right to
senses.
Thelsamar.
Greetings,
As long as you've
adventurer.
already been there.
I am
Griffins will
Conservator
only fly you to places you've
Ilthalane.
already been, so
My
be sure
purpose
to
in
speak with every
Shadowglen is to
griffin master
ensure
you
that
see,
the
so you
balance
can
of
fly to
nature
him
is
later.
maintained.
You've already been to
The
Thorgrim,
spring
the
rains
griffin
were
master of
particularly
Thelsamar,
heavy
so
this
now you
year,
can return to
causing
him,
some
and
of the
once in
forest's
Thelsamar, you
beasts
can
to
deliver the
flourish,
picks to Brockstone
while
Seeker.
others suffered.
Speak with me when you're ready to go.
Unfortunately, the night saber and thistleboar populations grew too large. Shadowglen can only produce so much food for the beasts. Journey forth, young adventurer, and thin the boar and saber populations so that nature's harmony will be preserved.
Finally, you are of age, adventurer, of age to battle in the name of the Horde.
The best miner has a firm grip on his pick, a stout heart in his chest, and black dust in his hair. You brought the picks? Great! I'll get these to my mining students. I'm sure they're eager to use them on the ore deposits of Loch Modan. Thank you for your help, adventurer. I am in your debt, but I hope this money will at least cover your travel costs.
Bro, Inner Fire is pretty fucking insane. 315. That's so wild.
I'm out of range.
I think one. Oh my.
I can't do that yet. Can't cast that yet. Not enough mana. I need to get closer. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. Can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet.
That motherfucker just take my herb? You son of a bitch. Sure did. It's mine. Get a fat upgrade next level.
I'm out of range.
That spell isn't ready yet. Too far away.
spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. Too far away.
Yeah.
Here there.
Did you see a lot of kobolds in there? I can't wait for the order to clear them out of the mine. The thought of their grimy hands clawing around our mine makes my stomach rumble. That's right. I have a task that I can't do while I'm guarding. In fact, it'll take you far from Loch Modan. Your perfect chance for adventure.
Interest you on a pint?
I had to pee so bad.
What can I do?
When I asked for those ears, I didn't realize they smell so bad. Here's your reward, adventurer. Well done.
I
Fill
am
your
the
tankard
finest
and pull up
wares
a
in the
chair.
land.
We've stories to tell and kegs to empty.
Welcome.
Safe travels.
Great to meet you.
Keep your feet on the ground.
How are you?
Safe travels.
How are you? Watch your back. Charging. Can't start yet. That spell isn't ready yet.
Oh my god, I'm so dead.
closed.
I can't cast that yet. I'm out of range.
I need to get closer.
I'm out of range. Too far away.
That's closing ready yet.
I'm still recharging.
I need more mana.
I can't cast that yet.
That spell isn't ready yet.
I need a target. I can't cast that yet. Not ready yet.
I need to get closer.
To get closer.
I'm in trouble.
I'm out of range. I need to get closer. That's still recharging. I'm out of range. Too far away.
Bro, this one is insane. I know, I gotta leave.
I can't attack that target. I'm out of range.
Oh my god, bro. What the...
That spell isn't ready yet. My mana is low.
Well done, adventurer! You demonstrated uncanny courage on the battlefield. Our war against the Trogs will be won with efforts such as yours. You have served King Magne well. If you fancy yourself well suited for this kind of adventuring, I suggest you speak with Mountaineer Gravelgore. The captain has him assigned to a rough patrol that I am sure he can use some help with. Check with Gravelgore just inside the tower.
What can I do?
am quite impressed, adventurer. You have done the dwarven race a great favor by defending our lands. King Magni Bronzebeard himself would be proud. Mountaineer Cobbleflint had nothing but good things to say about your person. For that reason, I am going to entrust upon you a mission of utmost importance. We need to keep pressure on the invading Trog forces until our dwarven brethren return from the Alliance front. Set forth into the southern hills